Namaste, and welcome to the latest edition of the Belle collection. It's currently our mid-century art exhibition, so I thought I'd talk about our most important and treasured mid-century art piece, done by one of the greatest 20th century Indian artists, Shanti. Dave was born in Badpura, a small village in Gujarat on the west coast of India in 1931. This was an area close to where Indian civil rights leader Mahatma Gandhi began his infamous Salt March to protest British colonialism only 1 year before. At the time of Gandhi's assassination in 1948, a new influential generation of modern artists emerged in West India, in particular the progressive artists group of Bombay, featuring Vasudeo Gaitonde, M.F. Hussain, S.H. Raza, and Francis Zusa. The group sought to encourage a fresh Indian nationalism, free of its colonial past, with a freedom of content and technique, and governed by aesthetic order and colour composition. At this time, Dave began studying fine art at the University of Baroda, north of Bombay, where, inspired by the progressive artists group, he co-founded the important Baroda group in 1957, offering an alternative nationalism based upon the ideas of the traditional Bengal school. Dave had his first solo exhibition in 1957, followed by several others all over the world in Asia, Europe and the Middle East. His creations are highly sought after as some of the earliest examples of abstract expressionism in India. This work is called The Camel Ride and it was produced in 1964. Dave's unique, thickly textured abstraction was achieved by use of wax, cement mould and paper pulp, creating the effect of relief and embossing. This is known as encaustic art. On first impression, with the colours, the shapes and the texture, it seems to be some sort of topographical map or archaeological site. But if you look closer, it's obviously a silhouette of a solitary figure sitting on a camel. In India, camels are native to the Rajasthan and Gujarat states, so here Dave is conjuring a familiar image from his childhood. In the early 1960s, Dave was commissioned by Air India to complete murals for their airport offices in Frankfurt and New York. In August 1964, he touched down at Sydney Airport to unveil his huge masterpiece in the Air India offices in his signature abstract style to an adoring audience. He followed with a solo show at the Hungry Horse Gallery in Paddington. The Camel Ride was purchased in 1964 from this solo show at the Hungry Horse Gallery and was cherished by the buyer for over 50 years. I hope you've enjoyed this edition of the Belle collection, and I hope you look further into mid-century art and come check out our mid-century art exhibition because it is a cracker and we're open on weekends. And I hope to see you next time. Take care.